All right, guys, James here with the Anxiety Review, just taking a walk in the morning. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was the idea of pushing through doing things despite your anxiety, or attacking the things that make you fear the most. Let's check it out. All right, guys, so one of the things that I think we all kind of have in our soul, whether you suffer from anxiety or not, is there's some things that just bring fear. So in my profession, I've had a lot of situations where I've had to speak in front of large audiences or give presentations or facilitate a room. And as you can imagine, when you suffer from anxiety, that's terrifying at times, right? Like, how are they going to view me? Am I going to do well? And when you have anxiety, you excessively fret over these things. You excessively worry about these things. So the day before or the night before any one of these presentations that I would have to give, I would almost stay up the entire night, right? If I slept a couple hours, it would be like a win, right? And I would be staying up because I would be excessively worrying. I would be thinking. I would be preparing. I'd be fretting over every detail. I would be thinking about every negative outcome that could potentially happen. Not that it actually would happen, but that could potentially happen. And it just turned me inside out, mentally, physically, emotionally. But I heard a quote from a famous actor, and I forget which actor it was. And basically what he said was, the one thing that I would fear the most, the one thing that brought me the most anxiety, was the same thing that empowered me. And what does he mean by that, or how am I using that? The way that I'm using that is, even though I suffer from generalized anxiety disorder, I think one of the secret superpowers that I've had in my life was that there's kind of like an internal toughness that I'm gonna do it anyway. And I might turn myself inside out over it, but the next day I would go to that presentation because of my unbelievable amounts of preparation out of fear. I would absolutely nail it. And after I would nail it, though physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted, the one thing that brought me that much fear brought me the feeling of empowerment. In other words, I had conquered the thing that I was most fearful of. So if you could find your secret superpower to do it anyway and climb that mountain of fear and conquer that mountain of fear, it will no longer be fearful to you. It will no longer be the impetus of anxiety. Think about that. If you conquer that thing that you fear, it's no longer intimidating. So anyway, the one thing that brings you fear, if you conquer it, you'll be empowered. You'll be a winner. Love you guys. Hope this helps.